Okay, well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Closer Encounters Live. I just got the studio fired up, and we should be live here in just a couple minutes. So hang tight.
1 minute until showtime.
1 minute. Cool. Good deal.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blogtalk Radio.
Clarence?
Yes.
Matty B. The figures I used to see were kind of shadowy at first.
He is pointless to reasons, my son.
Yeah, just a bit.
Hi, my name is Billy speaking.
Can I ask Clarence, from his experience, do you feel that they were what they were after?
Oh yes, I was posting something the other day when I listened to you and a guy from Australia talking.
Hi, Clarence. This is Phil Peters.
It's Bruce Henson from the Canadian group. The cell phone seems to have dropped through some hole. I can't find it.
I woke up with 3 small figures, the grays, standing next to my bed.
Hi, Clarence. This is Colin from Australia. How are you? Yeah, it's my thing. How you doing, Clarence?
Hi, Clarence.
And what kind of experience have you had?
Clarence is an empath. Just having trouble with my smart TV. It turns out it's dumbass TV.
My name's Lee. Lee Stacy.
This summer, I see the awful sky.
Really? You really want to hear my story?
I have a extended spine that is called a talking potato, I guess you would call it. It doesn't stick out, but it's way past my butt. You're a fellow administrator, Melissa Brown.
This is Jim. Hard.
So now you get it from a wormhole by accident.
Yeah, second from El Rio, Oklahoma, and Houston Brothers. I've had two in Hollywood, California. I've actually got to see an extraterrestrial. And here am I stuck here on this planet, and I can't get off it. That's myself.
So what is your mission here on Earth, Dawn?
To raise the planet Earth of all its oxygen, and I shall impregnate all human women.
It is pointless to resist, my son.
Everyone looks at the sky, and we're drawn to the heavens.
Hi, Clarence. This is Carol. I've been watching Ancient Aliens since the beginning. I was hooked from the very first show.
I want to ask a question. This is Mike. This is Lee's brother. Hey, how you doing? This is Dan. I'm an admin on the Alien site. Just wanted to call and say hey.
It's just a shame that we have people out there who think funny like this.
I'm going to tell you a secret, people. Now, hold on now. Hold on to your seats.
Or making crop circles. That makes a lot of sense. It's brilliant.
What I did was I had to call in as a guest on my own show. Can you believe that?
Rob, is that you, sir?
You sure, you bet. Yep.
And hey, Clara, Sharon McQueen, how are you?
Oh, that's great. I went to the 4-foot stack of National Enquirer.
His description of him was a classic, what would be described as a classic gray alien.
I don't mean to sound sexual, but Sharon, the night together was we used to sing together.
Hey, Don.
Hi. I finally made it.
All right. I agree with Clarence. I think this was one of the best shows we've ever had.
Well, I had no idea that you had an encounter with the Grays.
When it vanished and disappeared, it made like a sonic boom.
Thank you for your show.
Absolutely. You're very welcome. Thank you.
Good night, and keep your eyes to the sky.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to Closer Encounters here on Blogtalk Radio, the show where you, the listener, is also the guest. It's been a few weeks since I've been on. Of course, a lot of you know my work schedule and everything keeps me away from doing what I really want to do. I've been really preoccupied and really super busy lately. But, here we are. We do the best we can, and we try to get on as much as we can. A lot of crazy things have been going on in the past few weeks since we last talked. So I thought tonight would be a good night just to touch base on a few things and let you know what's going on. If you have read the description on the Blog Talk post that I made up, pretty cool things going to be happening. The first 2 weeks of June, I'm actually going to be on vacation. And we are taking the show and we are heading south. And I'm going to wind up a colleague of ours, Colin Gillespie from Australia. He's going to be flying in, and we're going to hook up together, colleagues, and we're going to do some traveling down in the Midwest. And we're going to be hitting places like Roswell and Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're going to stop in and see another one of our special people that we have here on the show, Deborah Lee Stacy, and that's over in Gallup, Arizona. And then we're going to take a little venture over towards Vegas area, over towards I believe it's Indian Springs area, and do a little stargazing and whatever else we get into. So it's going to be a pretty interesting trip. We're going to do some live shows while we're there. Hopefully, if I can get things set up the way I want to, I'll be live streaming also on Facebook throughout the venture. So you can see, us traveling and, doing our thing. And of course, depending on where we stay, we'll be doing live feeds on location. So it ought to be pretty interesting. And hopefully, who knows, if by chance, any of you out there in the listening area, down around that way or whatever, live nearby or something, give me a shout. And, maybe we can hook up or something, who knows, but it would be interesting, to see what's going on. So, and once we hit Indian Valley or Indian Springs there and stuff, I think we're going to be there maybe a day or two or whatever, and then we're going to separate and part company, and I'll be heading back north, back to Minnesota, And I believe Colin is going to, him and his colleague, they're going to go on into California, where I believe they leave out of Los Angeles. So hopefully we can get him and Mr. Matt Bowers together while he's out there, because he'll be right there in his city. So hopefully we can get something arranged and get them set up out there. So that ought to be pretty cool. So yeah, we like to, like I said, on our trip, we're going to try to visit a few places and talk to a few people. Some really interesting stuff. I don't want to give everything out, but you know, it's going to be pretty exciting, and I'm sure you know, we're gonna have some pretty cool adventures. So very interesting indeed. So stick that underneath your hat. It's going to be the 1st and 2nd week of June. So I'm actually on vacation from the 1st until the 14th. And I believe my first date, I will be hooking up with Colin and his colleague on the 5th. So I'll be leaving out here most likely on the 3rd and traveling south. Now I hope the original plan was to bring my RV with us. I was going to grab my 5th wheel trailer. It's not a very big trailer, but you know, it would house the 3 of us and whatever. But unfortunately, as of right now, I got to do some repairs to it during the winter. It looks like I had some water damage towards the rear end of it, and the ice had separated some of the siding. So if I can get it fixed, I'll be bringing that with me. If not, then looks like I'll be sleeping on the ground or something. Who knows? But we'll get her figured out one way or the other. But it's not going to stop us. You know, we always have Plan B and Plan C. So, you know, either way, the trip's going to happen. So, you know, but we'll keep you informed. You know, we're doing a few more shows before that, and but just keep that in mind. So, like I said, if anybody would like to try to hook up, or you know, just stop in, say hi to us, whatever, we'll try and see what we can do. So it would be pretty nice to meet some of our listeners and you know, interact with folks, and who knows, you know, maybe we'll see something that you know, will be of interest. So. Alrighty. If you would like to call in tonight, of course, our number here is 347-989-1008, as always. I am also live right now on YouTube, and I did post a couple links to that, so you can just, you know, if you can't hear us on the phone or don't want to call in, you could always watch us there and see what's happening live. So. Alrighty. Let's see here. I had a bunch of stuff. Like I said, there's a lot of new stuff happening. A lot of new updates, different things here. So let me see here what I can bring up real quick. So I got a lot of this stuff here that I wanted to talk about. Okay, first things first. What I'm going to do is on my Facebook page, on the Closer Encounters Facebook page, I had an idea, because a lot of people have been asking me here lately about the Sumerian texts, and of course about the Anunnaki and stuff like that. And there's been a lot of postings about it and different things. So what I did, and I haven't quite completed it yet, hopefully tonight or maybe even tomorrow, I'm going to do a whole segment on the Closer Encounters page there on Facebook. And what I did was I went through and I actually got the complete, actually, there's going to be 3 sections. One's going to be about the Anunnaki, one about Nibiru, and the other, I believe, is I'm going to try to get the story of Gilgamesh also. And what this is, basically, it's the Sumerian tablets that have been translated. It's in English, and this is through the Oxford University, I believe it is. And I am going to post all 3 of these segments so people can actually read what those tablets actually say. So there's no more guesswork. There's no more having to buy other people's books and read what they think they know or whatever. This is the original Sumerian writings on the tablets, translated. They've been translated over and over again, rewritten, and this is exactly what all the scholars out there right now are, looking at. And when they talk about them, this is the translation that they are using. Now, keep in mind that the one thing I want to point out real quick is the Sumerian writings on these tablets have been republished through Mesopotamia and a few others over the years. And of course, that's how things get changed around, and that's how, different cultures use the same translations. Sometimes, you'll find Greek words, you'll find Italian words, you'll find Sumerian words, so on and so forth. So this is where all the big confusion over the years has come from, because the Sumerian writings have been translated so many different times by so many different cultures. And as always, it's just like our Christian Bible. And you know how the story behind that goes. There was so many of the Dead Sea Scrolls. That Bible has been taken apart and rewritten I don't know how many times, and what we got is today's translation, and that's what we have to go by. So what they've done was they went back to the beginning, and they've taken the original Sumerian writings, and they have translated these things out, and they really have done an awesome job on it. And so now you will actually see what I've been talking about for quite a long time now, as far as how things are written and what they actually say and what they actually mean, and the stories behind it. And you're going to be quite interested to know that as you read this, you'll actually get a hint of our own Bible. Actually, the first part, I believe, about the Anunnaki, which it doesn't say Anunnaki, it actually says Anu, A-N-U-N-A, which, a lot of people are going to have to understand how this all works. But anyway, their story is a lot like the Genesis story in the Holy Bible. So you're going to see here, and I think a lot of you may get the impression, just like I did after going through this and reading this, that maybe this all is the same story throughout different cultures and different religions and stuff. And this is just one of many, basically, telling the same story, but in a different wording in a different way. It's pretty cool, pretty interesting. So that's what I'm going to do. And right now, like I said, I got 2 of them already to go. I just got to get it put on the page. And one of them is about the Anunnaki, the story of the Anunnakis. And the other one is the story of Nibiru. Now, when I say Nibiru, I'm going to let you in on a little secret about this. Nibiru is not, and I repeat this, is not a planet. Regardless of what you've read, regardless of what people tell you, regardless of what you see on YouTube, regardless of all of that stuff, okay? When it comes down to the actual writings and the translations and all of that, you're going to find out that Nibiru, and it's even spelled differently, just like the Anunnaki is spelled differently, okay? You're going to find out that Nibiru is just another place. It's like a city. And when you read this, you'll get the understanding of what I'm talking about. So just keep that in mind. And you're going to find out exactly what I've been talking about for a very, very long time when it pertains to other writers and different authors and stuff for these books that's got people so confused, and they're going around quoting out of these books and stuff, and it's way off base, way off base. I've said this I don't know how many times, and so now I'm putting the proof to the pudding, so to speak, and I'm going to put it out there and let you all see exactly what it is I've been discussing and talking about. So I will get that set up for you, and I'll be posting it. Not only am I not going to post it, not only am I going to post it in the Closer Encounters page, but I am also going to post it on my regular Facebook page, and most likely I may post it in the Ancient Alien Group page also on Facebook. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, either way, you're definitely going to be able to see it. You're going to be able to read it for yourself. And like I said, this is from Oxford University. Many years and hours, weeks, whatever, spent on translating these tablets. And this is the final, however you want to call it, this is the end result. And this is what you're going to see. So all this other stuff that you hear about and all these other so-called translators and whatever else, forget it. They were way off base. And like I said, you'll be able to see for yourself. But I am going to post that all up and get it all ready for you. And I hope you enjoy it. I really do. It's pretty interesting stuff. And it's a great story. Honestly, it's pretty awesome. So we'll get that out there for you. Okay, speaking of ancient aliens, our group just went over the 53,000 member mark. Unbelievable. 53,000 members plus. It has been just flying off the sheets, and we have so many people that want to join that are still in queue as we speak. We do apologize. The reason for this, and like I've explained before, is because we've had so many trolls and so many fake profiles that it takes us a lot of time to go through and read them and and make a judgment call, basically, is what we have to do. Sometimes we still mess up and we get trolls and people slip through and whatever, and of course they will be dealt with accordingly. That's how it goes. But just to let you know that if you're in queue and you've been waiting for your membership, we will get to you, okay? Unless we find something wrong or whatever, and but for the most part, so far, we've been doing pretty good with the scanning and stuff, and we haven't really found a whole lot of trouble. So, most of them have been pretty legit lately, so which is a good thing. And I appreciate the enthusiasm we all do that's in the group right now. It's just been so overwhelming. I'm happy to see it. I'm glad to see it. It's awesome. The questions and some of the other posts that people have been putting out there, it's just awesome. And like I said, towards the beginning of this year, I had a feeling that this is going to be the year for certain things to come out. And I'm telling you, it's happening, and it's been happening. And I honestly believe that, we're going to get down to some really nitty gritty stuff this year. And so far, so good. Really cool. Hang on. I'm sorry about my throat, and I got a scratchy throat. This place of mine is dry as a bone. Not a whole lot of moisture in the air around here. Oh, excuse me. But anyway, I also want to mention too, we're talking about Ancient Aliens, the actual program, the show, as you may or may not know or be aware of, it has restarted again on the History Channel. It's on every Friday night. So check that out. If you, of course, most of you probably, have seen it or whatever, but to let you know, it is back on the air. It's a whole new season. So far. One of our other admin, Kimberly Wright, she has a live chat, which I will be with her tomorrow night, helping her out on it. In the group page, Ancient Aliens, on Facebook, and we do a live chat. She does a live chat. I just kind of help her out with it. It's her baby. And I tell you, we've the last couple episodes, she's gotten some really super good responses, and people have been interacting with it. And, fantastic job for Kimberly. So, keep in mind that's going on. And join in, by all means. Put in your comments. If you have a link or two you want to post in there during the broadcast, during the show, that's what we do to help people out that question something that may pop up on the show, and we take the time out and answer the questions and do whatever, or we give you a lot more feedback to study up on and and check things out on what they're actually talking about. So it's been going really well, and so like I said, please join us on that, and it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun with it, so really cool. We've been waiting forever, it seems like, to get this back up and running again, and here we are. So good deal, really good deal. Also, Bill Peters has been busy with his slice, and he's been posting a few videos here and there, and doing some interviews. He interviewed me here back about a month or so ago, and he posted that up and different things where we talked about the giants and different stuff like that. So keep an eye out for him. Also, Matt Bowers has a new website up, and I got that all posted on the Closer Encounters page. If anybody wants to check that out. Let me see here. I want to make sure I get the right, give you the right info on it here real quick. Scrolling down here. This is another one back a while ago, possibly a year or so ago, and it was also a pretty awesome website. And he decided to redo everything over basically from scratch, which is pretty cool. It's very friendly user, kind of like what he had up before with his other website. Okay, let's see here. I should be bumping into it here pretty quick. I got so much material here I've been going through lately. It's just amazing what people been giving me and what I've been finding. Let's see here. And come on, I'm at the bottom of the thing here, so it stops me. Well, this ain't good. Come on. Well, let's see if I can go through the. We'll come in the other way here. Maybe be a little quicker. Should be much faster. There it is. Okay. This is a new web page built by Matthew Bowers, who is the our main head honcho, our boss, so to speak, on the Ancient Alien Group page on Facebook. I will give you the actual address. The site is called Ancient Knowledge and Lore. The website, of course, is ancientknowledgeandlore.weebly.com. And Matthew Bowers is the author of the website. And it's really super, super awesome. It's just, it's so full of so much information here and stuff. And he's got a list of categories, and he's got a blog on there, and it's just awesome the way it works. And as you go down through and you click on the pictures and different things, it takes you, it sends you right to another area, and it's just awesome. So he's done a wonderful job on this, and you know, my hat's off to him. But I did post that link on the Closer Encounters page, and it's a must-see website, you know, must-see web page, and it's built by Matthew Bowers, and it's just awesome. So please check that out. I think you'll really enjoy it. This guy, Matt, you know, Matthew, I've been with Matthew for a number of years now. And, you know, we work together off and on different things for the group. And he's just amazing. He's got so much going on there. And I can't say enough about him. So, you know, check him out. Check out his new thing there. Ancient Knowledge. Awesome. It is really awesome. Alrighty. Let's see here. I'm getting back to my other pages here. I wanted to bring up some more stuff. Can't believe I just did that. Let me try this again. There has been a lot of talk throughout all of the investigative researches about early man and you know, our ancient ancestors, as far as like Neanderthals, and as far as Homo sapiens and the Denisovians and so on and so forth. And there's been a lot of new evidence that's been brought up. We'll get into that here in just a little bit. see here if I get this to scroll down like I want to. Okay. One of the new books, which we talked about a few weeks ago, is written by Bruce Fenton, and it's called Forgotten Exodus, and it's the Into Africa theory, of human revolution, evolution, and it's quite a deal. I'll give you the thing here. It says about the book, the Out of Africa theory has long been used in the field of paleontology, the study of the origin of predecessors of the present human species using fossils and other remains to explain the geographic origin of modern day humans. And I gave kind of a review about it there on our last broadcast and stuff like that. It's an excellent book. You can get it on Amazon. I downloaded it myself on what do they call that? Oh my goodness. Well, hold on here just a second. There we go. Yeah, I put it down. I bought it on Kindle. Let's see here. I'm trying to. The Kindle price is only $4.45 at this moment, and it's well worth the thing here. It's well worth it. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, it also says here most paleontologists agree with the basic theory, which postulates that the very first Homo sapiens emerged in Africa around 200,000 years ago and eventually set forth from their homeland to conquer the world. It's considered a nice story, very compelling, and certainly there have been many archaeological sites and genetic studies which tend to favor in this fact. But the question remains, is it true? And what Bruce has done, he's actually gone through and redone a study on this, and basically has reversed the whole thing. And let's see here if I can find exactly. Let's see if I can find the actual thing here on where. Well, I'm not going to be able to. Well, anyway, but he's gone through and he's done more research and stuff like this, and he's compiled a whole bunch of data, and basically it's pretty much proven the fact that our evolution is completely different than what we've been led to believe, for since the beginning of time, that we did not basically come out of Africa. Actually, Africa is probably the last place that we wound up in, as far as Homo sapiens and stuff like that go. So anyway, there's also another let's see here. There's also another book that just came out. It's called Out of Australia, and it's written by Stephen and Evan Strong. And both of these books, the one from Bruce Fenton and the one from Evan Strong and them, basically are semi-related, I guess, the way I want to put it, where they both talk about the same concept with it. So here you go. I mean, it's not just like one person saying this. It's okay, there's people here that actually believe this, and and they can prove what they're coming up with and what they're saying. So they've gone out and done their groundwork in the trenches. They've done their studies. And it's quite the revealing deal. So, and that one was called Out of Australia. So I suggest you could also pick that one up also at the same time. But awesome books. And I'm not much of a reader. I never have been. But when I see things like this, and it really grabbed my attention. So I'm like, hey, why not? And for what they cost me, whatever, they're fantastic reads. So, and on top of that, and the reason why I'm talking about it is because the last episode of last season on Ancient Aliens, and I did a posting about this here just, I don't know, maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. Maybe not quite that long. I think it was like a week ago. See if I can find it real quick. And what it pertained to, and I thought was really super interesting, was the fact of how all of the ancient, here it is. It's season 11, episode 10, and it's called The Prototypes. And please check this out and watch it, and you're going to get a better understanding of exactly what I'm talking about. And then when you read Bruce Fenton's and Evan Strong's books, you'll understand exactly where they're coming from. But Ancient Aliens nailed this thing down when they did this particular episode. And I don't think they really realized what they did at the time when they did it. And I just happened to catch it, and I was like, whoa, really cool. But what this shows is where you take the map of the world, and it shows you exactly, like, let's say the Denisovans were up in northern Europe, northeast Europe, let's say, or actually they weren't. I believe they were up in Switzerland, up in the Alps or something like that. We're Neanderthal, and they were further down south, and there was a small island. I'm trying to think what that was now, but that's where they found the miniature people. And so basically what they were showing was the fact that all of these species of hominids, regardless of the years, and whatever were totally separate from one another. So in other words, they did not actually live amongst each other. They were separated by land masses and by oceans. Excuse me. And by many other things. And it came down to the question, why was it like that? And the theory was that basically when that particular species was made, they didn't want interbreeding, and they didn't want the mixture of intellect and whatever, you know, it's kind of like a secret thing. And it was pretty amazing when you really stop and think about it, and you know, and you watch this episode. I watched it probably 10 times over and over and over again, you know, just to get my head set straight on what I was actually looking at and what was going on here. But with the timelines and stuff like that, you know, with early man and the findings that they've been finding all over the world and different things like this. And then you read about like the Great Flood, you know, and different things like that, and how man disappeared and all this other stuff. And then, you know, one emerges out of the mist, you know, whatever, and survives, and whatever. So this pertains to all of that, and it's quite remarkable. Like I said, with the book, you know, by Bruce Fenton and of course, you know, the Strongs, and how they had put their stuff together. And then you watch this particular episode and it's like, wow, this does match up. I mean, it's really, you actually get a better understanding of what they are talking about and whatever. Now, there is a part of that particular show, that episode, where they talk about Homo sapiens coming out of Africa, okay? And that was the one glitch, and I will make this comment on it, that does not coincide with Bruce Fenton's work. And they, you know, but there's just a very small piece of that they threw in there. I don't know if that stuff is done on purpose, you know, to throw a wrench in the deal or whatever, but the rest of the whole episode, like I said, it's season 11, episode 10. The Prototypes is the name of it. If you can get away from that particular piece of it, you know, you'll get a better understanding of where Bruce and them are coming from. And you'll actually understand, I think you'll get a better eye-awakening moment and say, wow, yeah, this does coincide with like particular scriptures in the Bible and different, you know, stories. Not that I'm trying to get religious or anything like that, but just the stories, even the Sumerian stories would fit into this. Okay. Pretty cool. So I suggest, please, like I said, go to the Closer Encounters page there on Facebook and look for that particular posting. And it also talks about the giants. And it also, towards the tail end of the show, it talks about Rh negative blood. Now, what I'm going to say about the Rh negative blood, as far as I'm concerned, to me, it was implanted into a certain species of people, so interbreeding could not happen between two different species, or, you know, vice versa. But that's just my thought. Once you see this particular episode and whatever, and hear what it has to say. Maybe you'll agree with me, maybe not, I don't know. But it is quite a unique and rare blood type for whatever reason. But it's just my thought, that I threw in there. To me, it was just a preventive thing to keep, that particular clan free and clear of the rest of the clans, so to speak, and that's what I believe. But who knows? Who knows? So that's how that goes. Okay, let's move forward here. I know I'm kind of stumbling tonight, and I do apologize. I'm having a rough time here. My voice is really scratchy tonight. Like I said, the air's a little dry. I need to get a humidifier or something in the house here. Okay. Just had a message pop up. They wanted to restart my computer, and I'm not. No, I'm in the middle of doing something here. Okay. They also, I did also, while we were talking about the early man and stuff, I did also post a National Geographic post. I also put it out into the public, whatever. But they found some mysterious ape/human remains. It's kind of a cross breed, whatever. It's a primitive body, and it's they actually shared the same timeline and some of the same countryside as the Homo sapiens, and so it kind of puts a new twist into what we were talking about, with the human story and stuff. So pretty decent read. But there again, like I said, there's a lot of this coming out lately. The family tree thing is just branching off, and all of a sudden we got all these new remains being found, and the timeline on these remains are just, they've had to basically throw their books away, and they're rewriting history as we speak right now. They found out that so much was wrong, and the scientists and archaeologists and the paleontologists and all them are just going, wow, what are we doing here? Which is totally amazing, because this is what needs to be done. And because of the evidence that they've just now uncovered and have been uncovering now for the last year or so, they have no choice but to change their minds and change history, and which is awesome, which is just totally awesome. And like I said, before, this is going to be the year that we find things, and we are finding things that are just going to totally blow us out of the water. And that's what we're doing. That's what's going on. And it's just astounding. It's just totally amazing. So the other piece I was talking about with Evan Strong, and that was the ForgottenOrigin.com. And this is the we are trying to change the worldview of Australia, the Aboriginal people and the culture, and their effect upon human development and civilization. So it's I did post that also on there, and he was asking people to check out his page and subscribe and whatever, which is I don't know if too many people know who Evan and Strong is, Evan and Stephen, but they found the hieroglyphs in Australia. And well, I don't know if they actually found them, but they're the ones that did all the study about the hieroglyphs and the story that it told about the ancient aliens and the spaceships and stuff that actually came down and different other things. And that's where I kind of got hooked up, getting hooked into the Strongs and their research and their work. And then they kind of, I didn't hear much about them for quite a while. And then I kind of stumbled across them again with their new books and stuff like that. And so they're back at it again. And, God bless them. They're doing awesome work. So always great to check them out and see what's going on. Alrighty. So let me jump over here to this other page here real quick. There was a couple of things here else I wanted to bring up. Let's see here. Well, if I can. Boy, things get buried so fast in here because we have so many people posting and that. It's just unbelievable and fantastic. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better thing happening right now. Fantastic. If I can get down here. Well, eventually my page is going to let me load this so I can actually get down there. Boy, the internet has just been so slow. I don't know if it's me or the actual, it's kind of funny how everybody advertised the fastest internet and whatever. And I tell you what, I have not found anything yet that, proves to me that they're any faster than anybody else. I don't care what network I'm using or whatever. Everything seems to lag all the time. And I keep my computers pretty fresh. I mean, I've never had any major issues with any of my computers. So, well, I am not going to be able to. Wow, that's just crazy. Well, here we are. Sorry about this, folks. I need another set of hands and another computer, I think, is what I need to go through all this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, here's something I was going to bring up earlier as we were talking about early man here just a little while ago. There was a question brought up about cloning. Somebody wanted to know, if anyone actually thinks that humans are being cloned, what their thoughts were on it. And I put my 2 cents worth in, and then I kind of posted, a picture explaining to one particular individual on my thoughts and why I believe it is what it is. And my answer was the fact that I don't believe that humans were being cloned. I honestly call it remodeled. And what I mean by that is when you clone something, basically you're making a twin. It's almost like an identical mirror image of whatever it is you're cloning. Where when you remodel something, you're actually making a change, whether it's facial structure, tint of your skin, your hair, eye color, so on and so forth, limbs, length, thicknesses, health, brain size, and so on and so forth. So this is why I don't actually believe in the cloning deal when it comes, to human, being made by aliens or whatever. I honestly believe that they're very well, kind of like that episode I was talking about. I very much believe that there were so many different species made by possibly a total different lot of entities, not just one particular race or, alien species, so to speak. And I think, or maybe, who knows, maybe it is just one race of aliens that were, making this particular one and making this one and making that one to see, how it worked out or whatever. But anyway, get back to what I was talking about. I don't believe in the cloning deal. I really don't. I mean, I know we can clone sheep, and we've cloned goats, and we've, as far as that goes, and we've done other things back in the day, test tube babies, and yada yada yada. So yeah, I mean, we as humans have done all this kind of stuff. Cloning animals is nothing new. Even plants, I mean, whatever. But as far as aliens, our masters, or whatever you want to call them, I don't believe they're cloning. I honestly believe they are remodeling, and that's what they're doing. And I've heard said, and I've read other articles about this, and it's just an opinion, but the way we are advancing and the way we are technologically moving forward, that it's very possible that what has happened, or what is going to happen, is that we will be like they are now. I think it's just a matter of time, and we won't know this particular human race anymore. And instead of Homo sapiens, it may be Homo alien. And that's my belief. And I think that it won't be too much further down the road that space travel, of course, we already know it's going to be there. They're not far now, as far as I'm concerned. As far as spending time in space, they just made another great breakthrough and another great, with them up there on the ISS, on the International Space Station. People staying up there for 2 years, straight now and whatever. So there you go. I honestly believe that we will. I hate using the word evolve because that's just, I don't know. But I honestly believe that we will eventually turn into what we believe is aliens. And that's, and I think that was what their goal was. Of course, why didn't they just clone themselves? And, if that was the case, right? Well, I don't know. I think they wanted of alien race, and this is how they have to do it step by step. So they're not missing anything in between. And when something goes wrong, they can take that and remodel it, make another subspecies, and keep advancing. And I think that's exactly what's been going on since the dawn of time. And I think we're only part of this equation. And I think, that if we could ever, come back, 1,000 years from now, we'd be amazed, of how far we would have advanced. One thing that I will say, though, that I know they're going to have to change is our social structural mindset or whatever. We got to get rid of the hate, and we got to get rid of the other stuff, all the bad stuff, and I believe they're working on that, but I think that's where you come into the two different style of entities, that there is the good and the bad up there just as well as there is down here. And I think that what we are seen as evil or perceived to be evil and nasty and whatever comes from those other entities. So there's always that force that are going to be fighting against each other. So that's my thoughts on that, and a lot of people will agree with me. So, excuse me. So that's how that works. But yeah, that's exactly what I believe. It's just killing me here. Okay, I think what I may do, I've been on here for about an hour now. Kind of a slow night. I didn't get the posting up quick enough. Whatever, but maybe I'll end it here tonight, and we'll resume on Saturday, because tomorrow night, like I said, I'm going to be with Kimberly on the Ancient Alien Group page, and we are going to have the Friday night live chat there. Very cool stuff there. So, and everybody's invited. So when you see the post go up, excuse me, when you see the post go up and you want to comment and whatever, feel free. It's a rockin' post. It really is. So it goes by pretty quick. And throughout the whole program, what we do is we actually sit in our living rooms with our laptops or our desktops or whatever, and we sit in front of our own TVs and we watch the show. And as the show is going on, we are commenting and doing a live chat right there in the Ancient Alien Group page on Facebook. So that's what we do. and it's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of interesting people, and the camaraderie is just awesome. And we post links and we post all kind of stuff, YouTube videos, and whatever we can do to guide other people along throughout the program, and coincide with what they're talking about, and so on and so forth. So that's what we do. It's a lot of fun, So I hope we see you guys there tomorrow night during the Ancient Alien show. And depending on, I'm not sure what the time is. I believe it's 8 o'clock Central Time, which I believe would be 9 o'clock Eastern. I'm not sure how that goes, but that is on the History Channel. Yay, they've been listening to us, and they did it, which is really awesome. So that's how that works. Yeah, I am having a bit of a problem here with this. Boy, I am just so sluggish tonight on the internet. It's unbelievable. So my deepest apologies for that. Unfortunately, that's how it goes, I guess. But like I said, it's kind of a slow night. I will pick this up again Saturday night. I'm going to have another show, and I will post this earlier. I'll make another live event, and I do apologize for the shortcoming. But unfortunately, like I said, my throat is killing me tonight. I'm having a hellacious problem trying to talk. So I'm going to have to fix that somehow. And yeah, and hopefully the internet will get back to normal here. I don't know what's going on. It's been crazy. Maybe it's just because there's so many people on at one time right now. I really don't know. That could be part of it. Because this is like prime time, whatever. But I really don't know. So anyway, I appreciate everybody stopping by. Like I said, I will post a new one. We're going to pick this up Saturday night. It will be 6 o'clock Central Time, as always. And I'm going to cut her short tonight and kick back and relax a little bit. But please join us tomorrow night on the Ancient Alien group page with Kimberly Wright's live chat. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I don't have to talk. It's just a bunch of typing. So I can save my voice tomorrow night. That's going to be awesome. So anyway, thank you all very much for listening. And I appreciate it. But in the meantime, oh, by the way, we've had a full moon now for the past couple of nights. I think we got one more night of it. It's actually going the other way now, but it's been gorgeous for the past few nights. And if you haven't seen it, I suggest step outside and take a look and breathe and do a little meditation, do a moon dance or something. It's just been totally awesome to see. Nice and bright. Just fantastic. So great to see. Okay, we'll be back Saturday night, 6 o'clock, same bat time, same bat channel. In the meantime, please, everybody, keep your eyes to the sky. Thank you very much.